Hi guys, Betsy here with Unique Paper 15. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Today's a card, so I wanted to go through this with you. I'm going to be using the Hero Arts and the Mama Elephant stamp set, and I'll show you that in a minute, and some Jelly Bean shaker pieces. I just got these in the mail the other day, and I found out that I have a die that's the exact same size as the square opening, so I figured I was going to make a card. I made this background paper with a stencil, and I chose these three colors from my Simon Says stamp kit to go along with it. I cut and colored some of the elephants, the pigs, and the little pieces from the Hero Arts and Mama Elephant set. And for this pig, I colored him twice so I could put his little rain boots on as three-dimensional. I cut some clouds, I picked out some sequins, and these little glass beads as well to go in the shaker element. I have some foam adhesive there to lift everything up, and I'm also going to be using glossy accents. So let's get started. I'm going to assemble this card with you. First, I just want to lay out the pieces and decide how I want this to go. So I measure the shaker piece so it fits almost to the top, and then I trace the die on the back so it can pop through. I go ahead and tape that on and run it through my cuddle bug, just like once, good enough, and make sure that the shaker window will fit, and it's perfect. And if any comes out on the top, you could also trim that out, but it worked fine. Now I want to decide which sequence I want to lay my papers, and these papers kind of match the ink blending I did there to make that background paper, so I thought it came out really nice. So go ahead and trim off the edges. Now I'm going to layer it with that really beautiful lime green. It pops so nice against that fuchsia. And again, it's in that background ink blended paper that I made, so very, very happy with that. It was kind of a lucky pick there. And then some beautiful royal blue for the back to really make that sharp contrast. So again, just trim up my pieces, line them up, make sure they all fit well, and they do. So now I'm going to assemble all the little cut and colored elephants. I know I want him on the bottom, and this guy's sitting on his back with the umbrella, and so I'm going to make a slice right there on that ear line to where I can tuck the elephant on top into him to make it look like he's truly sitting on his back. So you'll see here, if I just tuck him in, it works perfect. It looks like he's sitting on his back. So I decide this is how I want it to be, and I'm going to line them up to where it looks like they're all together as friends reaching the shaker element, and that's supposed to be somewhat of the rain. So I'm adding some glossy accents to adhere, and some foam adhesive to pop up those little boots, because I gave him an extra pair of boots so it has that additional dimension. And you just need the tiniest bit of foam adhesive here. So I'm popping, look how cute. His little boots. I think they're so cute. All right, got him done. So now it's time for the next elephant. This is from the Welcome to the Family from Hero Arts. And I want to give him some dimension as well. So I'm taking my foam adhesive and I'm going to pop up his umbrella. So I double that up. And that was the idea. I wanted them each to have some type of dimensional element to them, so that together when they reach that shaker window, which definitely has dimension, they're almost in line. It came up so cute, you'll see here. This is such a fun card to make. So I'm pulling off the paper back in there, and I'm adding a little bit of my favorite glue, and I'm securing him on the little pig's back. And you can see here I'm showing you the dimension, and he's nice and secure. He's not going anywhere. So now, lastly, from this Mama Elephant stamp set, I take the little bunny, and I'm taking some foam adhesive, but I'm going to pop him up 3 times the dimension of the paper. So he's going to actually be the tallest. So he's 1, he's 2 on that umbrella, and the bunny's 3. So you see that they just go from flat to high to higher, so that they each just keep coming closer to you. So now I'm going to give him a little umbrella, and of course I need to pop him up 3 times too, because he's 3 times popped up, if that makes sense. Okay, so now it's time to put Ella in there. And I'm just going to secure this shaker window in here. I'm going to put all the sequins and glass beads and all the little cut and colored umbrellas that I made for this inside this shaker window and try to flip them towards that view. I'm going to put my little iCraft glue there, and it all popped out. So it happens. This is real life crafting. So I'm just going to put everything right back in there and try again. And it works perfect. So now I know I need to start putting my pages on, and I need to make sure that the lining is perfect. So I kind of eyeball it, but you see that adhesive, because it's already adhesive, stuck to that paper perfectly. So now I can safely line up my sheets. And so I just eyeball this one, but that shaker square makes it easy to line up because you just have to make sure the shaker's in the hole there, and it's perfect. Okay, my lime one, eyeball that. I just want a really thin border there. And the last one, the blue. And you can see what I mean now. It really matches that ink blending stencil piece I did. So now I'm going to grab some more foam adhesive, and I'm going to pop up all these clouds. I ended up doing 3 of the clouds, even though I cut and colored several of them. And that's, I think, something we all always do. We always cut and color extras because you really never know what you're going to need. So now I'm picking a sentiment. There's so many good ones in this stamp set, and this Hero Art one as well. So I'm thinking, okay, there's multiple friends, and let's see, they're helping each other out. And I decided to go with the friends make everything so much better. So I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to adhere this? Directly on there? So I take a piece of this gray wood-looking paper, and I decide I'm going to emboss it separately and then adhere the sentiment to the piece. So I take my Distress Oxide, cracked pistachio, and I do my impression, and then I add this beautiful new Wow royal blue powder, embossing powder. Go ahead and take my heat tool, make sure it's nice and hot, and melt it. That's it. So now I'm deciding on what shape I want this to be. So I take out some of my die pieces and I decide on the small oval. Run it through my cuddle bug, and boom, I have a sentiment. That easy. And the oval was kind of because it fit that little space I had left. So there you go. I put that on there. Now I just need to make my card base. Line it up, score the bend, make sure it's nice and flat, and trim it down to the size I need. Works perfect. So now I just need to tape this on here. I hope you guys got some inspiration from this card. I'm not sure if I did anything new that you haven't seen before, but this really was a fun card to make, and I hope that whoever does end up with this card, it brings a lot of joy. Put my little logo on the back there, Unique Paper 15, and that means this card is ready to go. You see all the dimension? And the shaker, I think it's so cute. All the little umbrellas and clouds and glass beads. This was really fun to make. It's kind of a different card. I'm showing you all the dimension here. You can see it really does come up off the paper. Alright guys, that's the card. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe. Thanks so much guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.